The Mountain Hardwear Lamina Z Flame 22 is a solid buy. This bag has a high quality construction and a warm synthetic insulation, and it comes at a price that won't break the bank. The Lamina Z Flame is built with Mountain Hardwear's proprietary welded Lamina construction. This enhances the loft and essentially eliminates cold spots. It's just bonding the material to the insulation instead of using stitching. That welded construction is really nice, and it's nice and roomy so you can move around inside this bag. The insulation will stay in place where it's supposed to. It's not going to bunch up or get stuck, so you'll get the same performance for the full life of this bag. Another aspect that I like is that you get a zoned insulation with this bag. That means that Mountain Hardwear has been beefing up the insulation where you need it most, like in the core torso area and in the feet, and simplified it in areas that don't need that extra warmth. This is something I haven't really seen in other sleeping bags that are in this same price range. The insulation itself, it's a thermal Q synthetic insulation. It's a really lightweight and compressible insulation. It's going to perform really well regardless of conditions. Synthetic materials do have an advantage over traditional down sleeping bags when exposed to wet weather. These bags resist moisture longer, dry out faster, and stay warm even when they get wet. Traditional down bags can't do the same. The bag's shaping is considered a comfort mummy cut. You've got the taper like you do with any traditional mummy shaped bag, but it does get a little wider at the top, and it does tend to have a little more girth on the inside for improved comfort. I'm personally not a huge fan of mummy bags because of how they constrict, but this one doesn't feel all too tight, and I could definitely see myself getting a good night's sleep inside of this bag. Up top, there's a nice little ergonomic collar that's meant to seal in the warm air and just keep those drafts out. You've got a sealed face gasket and a tailored hood as well to block out all of that drafty air. On the opposite end, the Comfort Foot Box allows for natural foot positioning, and like I mentioned earlier, it has a bolstered insulation, so it's a little bit warmer than your typical foot box. You've got a full-length zipper with a draft tube, and it has two-way sliders so you can zip down from the top or zip up from the bottom to maximize your venting. The bag is named as a 22-degree bag, but that is the EN lower limit for the bag, so it's the lowest temperature that the bag's intended to perform at. In order to achieve the maximum comfort, we'd recommend adding about 10 to that number. The EN comfort rating for the bag comes in right around 32 degrees, which still means the bag's going to perform in cold temperatures. Of course, you'll need to make sure you have an appropriately rated sleeping pad to achieve the maximum overall comfort and insulation with this bag. A few final things I want to mention include this cool little zipper pocket on the shoulder of the bag. It's a great place to store small items like lip balm or maybe a headlamp if you're out backpacking. You've also got a stuff sack, which is a compression style stuff sack, and a mesh storage bag with this sleeping bag. It's not great to compress insulation for extended periods of time, so Mountain Hardwear helps you out with this storage bag, and that compression stuff sack is great for packing it down small for backpacking. Overall, this is a really nice bag. It's appropriately priced, and it is still a high performance sleeping bag. Synthetic insulation for backpacking or camping. Thanks for watching. If you have any additional questions about the gear that you just saw, feel free to visit backcountryedge.com to get in touch with me or one of our other gear specialists. We have detailed product descriptions and specs, and often for a lot of our products, we have additional bonus videos. And if you like what we do here on YouTube, please subscribe.